We are live. That's where you are.
You should have recorded it before when I was just laughing. Like, you guys, I don't know where I am.
Apparently, your cackle is popular. So, when it comes to intros,
I'm coming for you, Elliot Wilson, with the best laugh in podcasting.
What's up, y'all? It's the Chopping Block Podcast. I am Scissor215.
And I'm Saint Boogie. I'm not a saint. Don't call me Saint, my nigga.
Please, don't. And it's February, finally. After the longest January in history.
And I don't be joining y'all talking shit about January because that's my birth month. And my birthday is all the way at the end. So I be feeling y'all, but I can't be like, F this month. No, because your lives were all blessed on the 27th of January. Not just by my birth. But Mozart was also born on January 27th. Oh. Oprah was born in January. It's mad luminaries born in January. Just Blaze was born in January.
My mama was born in January. Shout out to my mama.
Amazing people. But now we're in February. Still Aquarius season, though. Blah, 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 blah. We don't have no gunshots? No bullets?
No, we don't have any gunshots.
We don't have no twin.
Nope.
He cut off my applause. Anyway. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome. This podcast is the audio iteration of two things that we do on our lovely website, istandardproducers.com, which you should go to and become a member of and all that fun stuff. One is the credit check, which is the most comprehensive listing of album credits that you will find on the internet. Don't let other people try to come in
at all.
Y'all see me I'm trying to be nice.
No, we does this.
But I want to fire shots, but I'm not going to do it.
You know, there's enough room in this game for everybody, and I encourage everybody to get in this space and educate and illuminate on behalf of the creators. You know what I'm saying?
Just find your own angle, okay? Thanks.
Right. Yeah, that's about it. So
That's it. That's all we got. The other side of what this podcast is in fact called the Chopping Block, and that is our track-by-track review of new releases when they come out, when our staff is amiable and willing to help us make that happen. That wasn't this week, so we're looking for new writers.
You are really firing shots this
My
week.
nigga, I don't even know who I am right now. I don't I'm sorry.
I'm supposed to be cranky pants. I'm in here with no shit.
I'm not even cranky. That's the crazy shit.
No, you know, it's just,
I'm just 40. I think that's really what it is. Like the number of fucks I give dwindles daily.
Yes.
And I started with so few.
The older you get, it's just like whatever.
And I started with so few. So
yeah.
God bless y'all.
It is. So, man, we had a full week of music and things. Some pretty good releases.
This is a really long week.
Where do we want to start? You want to start with Russ?
No, we should start with Wayne.
Okay.
We should start with Wayne because I've heard a lot of things. None of it was the actual music. Sorry. Somebody asked if there was a single. Was there a single? Is there a single?
Did we know that? No, I don't.
Is there a video? Does Wayne even care that we listen, whether or not we listen to this album?
I don't think so.
I heard one of the most shocking, profound. I don't know. I don't know if it was shocking or profound. I don't think it shocked me. It was profound though. Reviews that I heard anybody say is that it's a little uncomfortable to listen to Lil Wayne wax poetically about his addiction. Like, his addiction doesn't have the potential of killing him. Like, his addiction is not a problem. And that basically the whole project is Wayne talking about how much he loves his drugs.
Oh,
is that accurate?
I didn't hear that at all.
Oh, okay.
I listened to the album a couple times. There are moments where he talks about it, but it's not really an album about. And like I said, if somebody else psychoanalyzed and they read in between the lines and they heard something I didn't, well, God bless them. But I just heard a Wayne that people wanted to hear, and it's not even that his last project wasn't a good project, but this is like Can't Feel My Face Wayne. This is like rapping, going in, dope beat selection, innovative, vocal production on 10, Wayne.
Okay.
So, I mean, Wayne is who he is. I think
Wayne really does not care whether or not we listen to his music at this point.
Right. And, we've got to, I don't know, somebody's always going to analyze
That's
something.
water, you guys.
Sure it is.
It is. Sparkling water.
Sure. Somebody's always going to
it's grapefruit peach
analyze
water.
it.
Yes.
What I really enjoyed about the album was, Wayne is he spreads the love creatively. So you get a lot of producers, that you root for. Like you got Manny Fresh on there, right? Got to have Manny Fresh, but you also got Jalil Beats.
Mm-hmm.
You got Yanni, who runs Ultram in L.A. I haven't seen Yanni on a big project in a while, so it's dope to hear. Infamous, who is always one of his go-tos. He did Mr. Carter.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good cast, and then he's got some really dope features. Big Sean, Little Baby, 2 Chainz, who's one of his sidekicks. They always go in. And my favorite song is Bing James featuring J-Rock. And
I love J-Rock so much.
I'm always happy to see J-Rock.
Yeah.
Because J-Rock's album still bangs. I don't care what nobody said. And even the Adam Levine joint, it's not corny. Like
the fact that you said that makes me think that
because
it
could be.
Makes me think that you convinced yourself that it wasn't. That you listened to it a couple times. You were like, eh.
Well, I'm biased because I Standard alumni. Beham produced it along with Ben Billions.
Shouts to Ben Billions.
And, Ryan Ogren. So, but it's not corny. Like Wayne did this in classic Wayne fashion. This is it's a really good project.
Shouts to Street Runner. Street Runner's got 2 on here.
And Tariq from France, Killer T, doing their thing. It's
okay, I'll go listen to it.
It's a good one. It's Wayne. Wayne is so transparent,
I just what happens is I maybe have to just start not being on social media on Fridays at all, because by the time I would even want to get around to listening to the project, I've heard so much about it, and a lot of times it's enough to deter me from wanting to listen to it.
You have to check out. I think that's why I love listening to it while I'm doing the credits at night, like when it drops, because you get that instant reaction, and it's everybody's either reacting with you or they haven't reacted yet. It's kind of like movies. If you see too much about the movie, it might taint your view of the movie before you see it. So then you go in with this preconceived notion of what you think the movie's going to be about. So I try not to do that with my albums. I try to stay off Twitter when I'm in music listening mode.
Speaking of stay off Twitter, I'm sorry. I just clicked on Meek and Nicki because Meek and Nicki are trending, Lord. And I'm just going to get off Twitter now.
That's a dumpster fire. Hey, Meek, that was a dumpster fire when you went into it. You knew it.
No, I think they probably could have worked, and that's why they're still going at each other now, even though she's married. Anyway, this is not what the show is.
Not at all.
And neither of them has given us music to talk about, so that's how who produced this beef.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie. Meek and Roddy with the letter to Nipsey.
Oh yeah, the letter to Nipsey.
Been, that's a great moment. And, all the proceeds going to Nipsey's family as well. So here's my question about Wayne. So he's got a track on the album called Wayne's World. You mean to tell me after all this time, this is the first time you did a Wayne's World track?
Can't be. I don't believe it.
After all these years?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it, and I'm about to have the internet tell me that it was on a mixtape somewhere.
Nah, fam. No. It's not possible.
It's not possible. No, it is possible if they couldn't clear the name all this time.
That's interesting.
That's the only logical answer.
It is.
Right?
There's also a XXX song, which is actually dope. I didn't really listen to him when he was here. So I kind of went back.
No Country for People who beat
joints.
up pregnant women. I'll never be interested.
I completely understand, but for artistic purposes,
I'll still never be interested.
I went to check it out, and it's a solid song. So
that's on Wayne's album, also.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's 24 tracks.
Which is another deterrent. Y'all, I'm still on track 16 of Dreamville. Dreamville gonna put out a whole nother version of the album. No, right? I think 16 technically is the extended part. No,
it starts right there because it's 30 with the deluxe version.
And I'm grateful.
They were there for a long time.
Do you see me over here trying to be impeccable with my word? I'm grateful that they gave us 30 tracks of great music. But I have to get through that first.
I'm glad to see Takeoff because I feel like on Wayne's album.
Oh.
I feel like I see Quavo and Offset all the time. We need more Takeoff.
Do we? No, you know what? This is funny. I had this conversation before, and then I realized that my favorite Migo verse ever is a Takeoff verse.
Yeah,
it's the beginning of Fight Night. Beginning of Fight Night is hands down the number one Migos verse.
He shows up. He's just that guy. He's chilling until he's not. So
kudos to him for letting.
I'm also going to go out on a limb and say, out of the 3 solo albums, his album was the one I enjoyed the most.
Oh, he had one?
He did. See?
That's cool.
They all had one.
Yeah, I'm just going to retire from writing about music because clearly I don't listen to music. I'm doing this thing now called music writer exercise on Twitter, which is something that was started couple years ago by, hold on, because I don't want to mess up nobody's name. Oh my God, that's not his real actual name.
So it's a writer exercise?
Hold on, I'm about to tell you. I want to tell you this
report?
guy's name. No. His name is Gary Suarez. He's a music journalist also. And he started a few years ago. I think he's the one that started it. I don't know. So it's the hashtag is MWE. And what you do is for the entire month of February, you listen to one album a day that you've never listened to before and you review it in one tweet. That's it. I don't think you're limited to just doing it in one tweet. Most people just do it in one tweet. So I saw him do it last year. I wanted to do it last year, but there was a lot going on in my life this time last year. So I jumped in this week. Really, I jumped in today. And so I got to do 3 today and then 3 tomorrow, and I'll be caught up. So far, I've done 2. Really, I did 1 yesterday, which was Section 80. Okay, shoot me if you must, but I listened to Section 80 for the very first time yesterday.
What?
Yes. Fight me. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, better late than never.
I mean, I had heard the singles.
There you go.
I had heard the fuck that joint. I had heard ADHD. I think that was really the only one that sounded familiar. There was something else on there that sounded familiar.
High Power, I hope. Please.
Sure.
High Power.
Sure. Again, remember what I told you, how I'll just be like, hey, Google, play blah, 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 and then let Google rock out, and I'll discover things that I should probably have known already. But anyway, I listened to Section 80 yesterday for the very first time. I obviously loved it because it's a really, really great album. And
it is.
I don't know why in my mind, I just felt like, okay, starting with Kendrick at Good Kid, Mad City is a good place to start, because maybe if you go back a little further than that, you won't be happy because he had to find his voice. Nope, same guy.
Yeah,
same guy.
Section 80 for me was his beginning, officially. And shout to Willie B. My favorite joint on there is Rigor Mortis.
Yes. Yes, me too.
Yeah, so, I love seeing that video. Pharrell listening to it in the studio. He's like, yo, this is crazy. Yeah, and Willie B's a good dude.
So, and then today, the other one that I listened to was, you know how the DJs that are like crate diggers love to pull out Fella, but they always all pull out the same Fella album, which is Water No Get Enemy, I think is what it's called, which came on the other day in my little co-work space, and I not Shazammed it, I Googled it because I don't use Shazam, I use Google. found out the name of it and was like, cool, let me go see what album this is from. And I found it on a compilation, but then I found it actually on Fela's 14th album, which was called Expensive Shit. Expensive Shit was 2 songs. It was Expensive Shit and Water, which are both over 10 minutes long, so you don't feel like it's only 2 songs.
Right.
Pretty amazing. Anyway, so all that to say, you guys, if you have an album that you love, chances are I've never heard it. So send me your recommendations because I need 27 more albums to listen to.
Have you ever been to a party with Rich Medina?
Yes.
Okay.
I've also been in the studio with Rich Medina.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. Rich is when it came to the whole Afrobeat scene, even growing up in Philly as like a young dude.
Absolutely.
Rich was that guy who was just like miles and miles ahead of everybody.
Definitely.
And I mean, he actually became a part of the culture.
Right.
So shout to Philly.
Shout to Philly and to Rich Medina. So, okay, just to run this down again real quick, the features on this Wayne album, because I can't run down the producers because there's so many. So many. And shouts to all the homies. So you got Big Sean, Lil Baby on one song. You got J-Rock. You got Adam Levine. You've got 2 Chainz. You've got Takeoff. You've got The Dream. And everybody was like, oh my God, they have the same baby mama and they can make music. Shut up.
It's like a family reunion, man. It's blended. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's fine. Nobody cares.
Ups.
The kids are like over. Like everybody's fine, y'all. Nobody cares. Lil Twist is on there, which Triple X Tentacion is on there. OT Genesis, and that's it.
Yeah,
I'll go listen to it.
So it's a solid project. Like, yeah, it was good.
So did the whole, because again, you guys, I swear I've been in a time warp. Did this whole conversation about people stealing each other's masters and not paying each other adequately, that happened after we were in the studio last week, right? That happened like Thursday, Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the midst of Khalees saying that she ain't make no money off her first 2 albums, which you hate to see it.
I mean, a lot of people told that story.
A lot of people have been telling that story for a very, very long time. And, a lot of people feel like, well, you signed a contract.
People that feel like that are trash.
No, but some people who feel like that are also people who say, hey, man, at this point in your career, you should have had an attorney or a manager or something that went back and tried to renegotiate
These
this for you.
These kids were babies. And, we gotta realize, like, and I'm not going to pass judgment on the Neptunes. I'm not going to pass judgment on
Puff Daddy.
I am going to pass judgment on Diddy
Puff
a
Daddy.
little bit. Just because
you got to call him Puff Daddy for the sake of this conversation. You got to be Puff Daddy.
Just because he's so notorious. Like, he literally, I'm sorry, Puff.
I like what you did there.
You got that.
Yes.
It's his reputation. Like, it's a well-known fact. There are albums, like, the Lox made an entire album about it.
So here's the funny thing about that Lox album, right? I forget which one of my writer friends posted something the other day. And he was talking about, I want to say it was Jason Rodriguez. Jason used to be at MTV News. He used to be at a couple other spots. And Jason was writing something about some documentary that they were doing. I think No Way Out reunion tour, something, right? And he basically said that he asked Andre Harrell about that Let the Lox Go phase. No, that's what it was. They were at rehearsal for a show. The guys were doing one of the songs from that album, and Diddy was the one hyping them up for them to make it seem like more beef, more, like more of that energy, right? More of that beef, anger energy. And so Jason said that he asked, and again, I think it was Jason. I'm not sure. So if it wasn't him, my bad, but I'm pretty sure it was. But he asked the question about what that time was like, and said that, I think it was Andre Harrell and Jadakiss that were in the room that kind of looked at each other and kind of scoffed at it like this was all, some orchestrated behind the scenes shit to sell albums. I don't know how true or how not true that is. Let me tell y'all why we keep having this conversation time and time again. this business, this whole entire urban music industry is created on the basis of we're family. And we all feel this sense of loyalty, of camaraderie, and so on and so forth to people that we don't actually know. And then when those people that we don't actually know behave with their business's best interests at heart, we get mad. And then we as the fans get mad because we felt like Khalees and Pharrell were really, really tight. Why would he even do her like that?
Well, yes. But here's the other side of that. You know, there's predatory practices in this music business as well. And I've had clients and homies fall victim to it. There are people who know better, and they know that they can find people who don't know better and get over.
Yes.
And, you know, they'll pretend like or believe that they're your friend, they're doing you a favor or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, like you said, they're worried about their pockets and not yours.
Right.
You know, nowadays you have a lot of cats that go and get these pub deals where they'll get a pub deal and then they sign a bunch of younger artists or producers under that one deal.
Right.
So everybody's splitting, let's say, $200,000, right?
Right.
You sign 10 producers and put them in a sweatshop. So you find a young kid and you say, yo, here's 20 grand before taxes and lawyer fees. And they're like, oh my God, I've never seen that much money.
Right.
And then you don't realize I just gave away my publishing.
Which, break that down and explain what that means.
So that's the rights for you to make money off your music. It's basically your stock in your music.
And how is that different from owning your masters?
So owning your masters is the sound recording. There's a bunch of licenses involved in music.
Okay.
Right. So you have the writer share and you have the publishing share. And then you have performance royalties and you have mechanical royalties and all that stuff.
So performance royalties is actually the money that you make when you perform the song, when somebody performs the song.
Right.
Mechanical royalties is the money that you make when somebody plays the song.
It's made from sales.
Okay.
Right.
So when they play the song, that would still be performance.
Yes.
Okay.
So even if you if it's played in the club or if you perform it live, right? Your PRO, ASCAP, whatever, would get it. So publishing, the person who owns your publishing, that's like they own the stock in your music. But if you look at a situation like Taylor Swift, right? The person that owns your masters, they own the right to do anything with your recording.
Gotcha.
And they can stop you from doing things because they own the right to that master recording.
Gotcha. So the person who owns the publishing makes money off of the music being used. The person who owns the masters controls whether or not the music
it's right. What can be done, the master recording. So, Taylor Swift still owns her publishing or piece of. So she still gets paid if the person that owns her masters does something with it.
Right.
But the person with the masters can do nothing or stop her from doing anything.
Right.
With that music.
Right.
So
which is why you guys go to Lauryn Hill shows and wonder why she does Fuji songs, but they never sound the way that you want them to sound.
Right, because she don't own the masters. So,
y'all keep wanting me to claim
when you sign a record deal, you pretty much give the record label the right. And there's a reasoning, or there was a reasoning behind it, right? Mm-hmm. The record label can't call you and say, hey, we want to license this record. Or we want to do this, we want to do that. You basically say, hey, you guys can go do whatever to make me money with this record without having to check in with me about everything.
Right.
And in exchange, they give you set amount of money, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. But then we realized, that was dumb. Why should these people own my master recordings? Now that's the wave. No, you should own your own masters. Record labels should eat with you, partnerships or whatever, co-pub deals or whatever the case may be, 360s or however you want, where they get a piece of everything that they help with, whatever the case may be. So, but there's just been a predatory thing in the urban community, mainly with people in positions of power. Right. Or people who get to the bag first and then turn around and say, okay, I'm going to go get some young dudes.
But guess what, you
young
guys?
Girls that don't know nothing.
But guess what? Guess how gentrification is happening? Your grandmother leaves your house. You're broke. Somebody pulls up and is like, yo, I'll give you $50,000 for this house right now.
Exactly.
$50,000 sounds like a lot of money. They flip that shit and they're selling it in West Philly or the West End of Atlanta or in Overtown or, you know, whatever predominantly black neighborhood for 10 times what they bought it from you for. And we're all looking at them like, oh my God, this is horrible. Guess how football players end up broke 2 years after they played in the league? Because they sign a deal and somebody gets in their ear and says this, that, and the third. And listen, the overall that I want y'all to take away.
So basically it's capitalism.
On this first week of Black History Month is no, we gotta do better.
Well, we do, but I mean.
And us doing better is twofold, in my opinion. Number one, some of y'all niggas need to stop fronting like you're doing as good as you want people to think that you are, because you're not. Okay?
Church.
Please stop making it look like it's easy. Please stop making these artists think that they're supposed to blow up overnight off of one song, because that doesn't happen to everybody. It does not happen to everybody. Can you please see, Ciz, can you tell them that it does not happen for everybody?
Even if that song blows up, that doesn't mean that you get a big old bag of money right away.
It does not.
And when you see these inflated numbers where people are like, oh, I got this millions of dollars of a deal or whatever, it doesn't mean that person got that much money.
Exactly.
There's a whole breakdown, and there's things you got to pay back, and there's recoupments and everything.
Exactly.
And you see half these dudes, and they still out here super regular.
Right. Number two, y'all got to stop fucking up the game for everybody by creating the inflation. And the first thing where I think of that is in the booking world, right? There's a particular artist. I'm not even going to call out. Should I call out which artist it was?
Yep.
Okay. Shit, I can't even remember his name. The Michael Montana. Okay. When Michael Montana dropped that Do It song, which we're still listening to, so Michael's still getting publishing checks off of Do It.
Hopefully.
Somebody's still getting checks. Somebody is. Just like the Swag Surf guys. Somebody's getting those checks.
Is not getting his publishing.
Well, because he's in jail.
He doesn't own it. No, he doesn't own it.
Oh, God. She did all that. Anyway. I used to work in an office, same building as his manager, right? I remember watching.
Not R. Kelly.
Michael Montana.
Michael Montana.
Not Montoya.
Not R. Kelly.
Not R. Kelly. No, definitely not R. Kelly. Although the other day I had this weird moment where I was at work and they were playing Aaliyah's first album and they were mad R. Kelly shout outs. And I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, we shouldn't be listening to this anymore. Anyway, so Michael Montana, I watched Michael Montana in the span of less than 3 months go from $2,500 a show to $25,000 a show. He still only had one song.
Wow.
Y'all gotta stop, B.
Right.
Like, y'all gotta stop. Like, and then we want to clown people who are, you know, established artists. I don't want to call nobody's name out because I don't know people's numbers, but there are established artists that are still doing $5,000 a night, and that's fine, my nigga. You don't make $5,000 in a month.
Right.
Like, quit being greedy. You do $1,500 a show, 3 shows per weekend. That's $4,500 in a weekend. Y'all niggas don't make that in a month. Knock it off. Okay? And number 3 is like, and this is where the immigrant in me jumps out. Y'all, there is so much opportunity in this country, and we don't know about it because we don't seek it out.
Right.
I have a friend who tweeted from her corporate meeting today about these Fortune 500 companies that were talking about all the money that they give out to small businesses and minority-owned businesses that we don't know about. These people have to sign X amount of deals with minority vendors. You, as a musician, are a vendor.
But we're too busy complaining about everything.
And buying Balenciagas.
Right. Those shoes are fucking ugly.
They're so ugly.
Sorry. I don't care. They're ugly. Anyway.
And another thing, I don't feel bad for none of the strippers that went to Stripper Bowl if they made $750 in one night, because I don't make $750 in one night, and that's it. That's the show, you guys. I'm joking. That's not the show. But no, seriously, I think that we can look at this moment. We can look at Mace having this conversation, and we can say, yeah, it's really fucked up on Puffy's part. Like, if that's your boy, and that is your highest grossing living artist.
A lot of money.
A lot of money, because after Big died, if there was no Puff, your ass. I mean, if there was no Mace, your ass would have been dead in the water.
Facts.
Okay, so Mace pulls up and says, "Yo, I'm not even asking you to give this back to me for the 20 that you got it for. Here's $2 million. I did the math. That's 1,000% profit.
$2 million cash.
Here's $2 million, and you go, oh, well, if somebody else offering me a different amount, you should match that.
It's
and
weird.
You guys got to stop referring to white people as Europeans, okay? Thanks. Anyway.
Yeah.
All that to say, apparently Yo Gotti was never happy with his label situation with Epic Records that made Yo Gotti, I think that made Yo Gotti a national sensation.
Yeah.
Yo Gotti was definitely a regional sensation before he signed to Epic.
Facts.
I didn't know that there was beef.
Well, he's got a lot of beef with a lot of people.
And I still don't know that there's necessarily beef. It's just the way it's being reported.
Yeah. Maybe he's just, sometimes it's just not a fit. People don't, sometimes people don't feel like the building has their back.
The building made you.
Well, things change, people shift. Sometimes your guy or girl go to another building, and then
all those people are still there, as far as I know. All the people that were there when he started, which includes the radio promotions cat, is from Tennessee or has history in Memphis. Like all the people that are over there are, I don't know. Anyway, so this is what happened. Gotti dropped an album and just said, drop my album, out my deal, own my masters. All in the first month of the year. 2020 gonna be different.
My man dropped his album. He said he announced the album at the Moneybagg Yo concert on stage. He was like, man, you just put your album out? Fuck it, I'm gonna put my album out. And then the album was out.
That's awesome.
He's a boss, man.
This is the biggest conversation I've heard about this album, though. Like, I haven't heard anybody talk about the music.
So,
have you?
Yo Gotti's good for like a hit here and there. I listened to the singles, one which was produced by your old client, featuring Lil Baby. They're sitting outside in the projects with butlers.
Huh?
Interesting video. Very interesting video. Then he had the joint Pose, which came out earlier this year with Uzi, and then he added Megan to that. And then Ho.
Heaven on Earth. I quit. I retired.
Listen.
I unfriend all of you.
I haven't heard the hit yet on this one. I haven't heard the Rake It, or the Down the DM yet. I'm still going through it. A lot of the homies are on here. Street Runner again, Killer T. Ben Billions is on here. He's got bops. On the production side.
He's got Ty Dolla $ign on a feature. A Boogie with the hoodie.
He's got
all the pieces.
He's got the formula.
But you know why he doesn't have a hit? Because he left the label that kept giving him hits. I don't know this to be a fact, you guys.
No, not at all. We're just speculating.
I'm speculating. Again, we don't know that there's beef.
But on paper. And it's crazy.
He might have just said it the way that he said it because that's the cap thing to do now, right? It's like, oh, I'm out my label deal. I'm indie.
I mean, maybe,
But you're indie, but you still tagged Rock Nation on the post. Shouts to everybody at Rock Nation.
Right, and that's the management. Maybe he's headed for a different situation for him and his artists. He's got Moneybagg Yo. He's got Black Youngster. Maybe they're...
Where's the other guy? I like the other guy.
Which other guy?
I'm blanking on his name. The Yayo, all I know is Yayo guy.
Oh, I know the song.
I liked him. We worked with them for a little while. I was part of his PR team for a little while.
But he's literally got everything that you need on this album to be a bop. So, Yo Gotti, check it out.
I haven't heard anybody talk about this album yet. His name is Snooty Wild.
He's got a joint with Snooty Wild. There you go. He's got a joint with 1,500 or nothing.
He has all the production.
He's got a
Take
wonderful...
Keith. Street Runner, like you said, Ben Billions. Like he's got Lil Uzi Vert on a feature. He's got Estelle on a feature.
I got to shout out Fabian Marichulo, one of the most prominent mix engineers in the game, and Colin Leonard of Sync Mastering here in Atlanta. You'll keep seeing these names because these are the people that help these people achieve this sound, and the recording engineers as well. Gotta show love to the engineers, man. They don't get enough love. We talked to Ben Billions and he talked about starting out as an engineer.
Right.
So yeah, shout out to engineers every chance I get. Estelle. Estelle.
I love Estelle so much, you guys. And like it's so weird because I know her, but like if I had a girl crush, it would be on Estelle. And I don't even know that so much that it's Estelle and not Garnet. But Garnet definitely it's Estelle.
Hey, listen.
But Garnet made it like deeper. But because I was so late on Steven Universe, like I can't like now hit up Estelle and be like, I love you even more now. And she'll be like, bitch, like the show been out for like 3 years. Like where you been? Anyway, sorry, tangent.
Tell you, I don't have no kids.
I did no. So I can't tell people I don't have no kids.
I mean, it's a good
nobody like it's true.
It's a good excuse for not having heard it.
It's true, but people know better.
There you go.
Shouts to my nephew.
All right. So.
All right. So Yo Gotti's album is called Untrapped. It's out. Let's go to Kesha. Kesha dropped an album. You guys, we would have all these reviews on our site, but we don't. And I'm gonna tell you why.
No, we're not going to tell you why.
We're not going to tell you why, but I am going to like look in like straight up and down like Georgia Public Broadcasting or PBS mode. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. Listen, let me tell you something. I joined the staff at iStandard Producers officially last year. I think we're right at a year.
Yep.
Okay. And I came because I love this brand. I love Ciz. I love J Hatch. They were the only two that I really knew, but like I love our team, you guys. Like I genuinely, right? And I felt like iStandard did too much and had too strong of a community for so many people who should know about iStandard. Like I felt like I was coming across too many producers, too many A&Rs, too many people who did not know that this organization existed. And I feel like
secret society.
I feel like the website and editorial content on the site is a great way for us to get people to see all that we do. But also, we have a very unique perspective that we can offer to people. Now, we need content so we can generate money so we can pay people to give us content.
Because we want to pay y'all.
But right now, the coins are limited.
From the content, yeah.
So look, if you're in college, you like to write about music, if you're getting started and you need, extra clips, if you just really love to write and love to write about music and you don't have an outlet right now that allows you to do certain things because, let's say, I don't know, like your day job is writing about sports or whatever, and you're interested in helping us to grow the content on the site, like, y'all, we not over here bullshitting. Like, we're averaging a strong 45,000 unique visitors, 45,000 people coming to the site. Not how many pages they clicking on, 45,000 different people. And some of your favorite blogs are not doing that. The highest that we hit last year was 90?
We did almost 100 a month. Yeah.
In 1 month. All right. So if we had more content, like this week when Yo Gotti and Lil Wayne and Kesha and Luke James and all these people dropped amazing projects, had we been able to review all of them, then more people would have been on the site.
That's right.
We have access to Ben Billions and Street Runner. I have an interview with Street Runner on deck right now. Yeah.
And we do it for the creative community and the people that love music as well. So, this is something that we feel will benefit everybody involved because it's for the culture. But more specifically, it's a good opportunity for creators to raise their profile and be seen and heard as well.
Exactly.
And, it's a win-win. We'll take care of y'all. Just, holler at Ty. And,
yes. Please, you guys, because, I legit had an anxiety attack about content this morning.
She did.
I really did. I've been flipping out in Slack groups all week. I'm having flashbacks to the time when I used to manage a clothing store at Pembroke Lakes Mall, I think is what the mall is called, in Pembroke Pines, Florida. And I was really, really lenient to my staff because I was 19, 20, and I was their manager, and they were all 16, 17, and I wanted to be the cool manager. And so, wow. I would let cats take their breaks together, whatever, your little boyfriend who works at the hot dog shop is taking his break at 7:15, so can you take your break at 7:10 so you can walk down, whatever. And it was one night when I let people do whatever the fuck they wanted, and I asked for what I wanted, and we closed the doors, and my store was a wreck, and I cussed those kids out. And I got in trouble for it the next day because, of course, they went home and told their parents that I cussed. But I cussed at them. Ooh. I'm about to cuss at my writers. I'm not going to cuss at my writers, you guys. I'm more mature now. But anyway, if you're interested in writing, if you like to review music, if you like to talk about music, if you're talking about music on Twitter anyway.
Right. Because a lot of y'all are dropping mad content everywhere, and you're not getting anything for it. We could at least show you, like, how to set yourself up in the content world. Y'all doing it for free. Y'all giving your opinions away for free.
Right.
You know, get a little AdSense in your life or something.
Something. You know? Anyway, we're here. All right, so Kesha dropped an album.
She did. And she is not angry anymore. And I think that's what the album's about.
Good. Good for her. Like, not even good for us as a fans, good for her as a person.
She sounds healthy. She sounds like she's legit in a good place. She's so creative. I mean, her videos and just her concepts are so well developed. She's got this song called Resentment, right? And it's literally about cereal.
About cereal?
It's about cereal.
Like bowl, spoon, milk cereal?
It's about somebody ate her cereal.
Oh, man. I feel her.
She had to go get some more.
I feel her.
And she comes out the motel, and everybody out there is eating her cereal.
I get it.
So she's, it's her journey.
Dr. Luke, that was for you, my G.
You ate her cereal.
She
had to go get her some new cereal.
And she's fine. Let me tell you something. Kesha got Brian Wilson, who created California, on 2 songs.
Yes.
I still love that Brian Wilson's website says inventor of California. Like, fuck you, man. I made a whole state.
That's a big, big statement, bro. Nah, but, it's a very dope album. The single Raising Hell with Big Freedia is lively and energetic. She's back to that fun-loving, play rapping, Blondie vibe, just eccentric person. Her last album was just really like introspective and sad, and now she's kind of coming about that funk. So you guys should go listen to it. It's pretty cool.
I like that it looks like she worked with mostly the same. It looks like 3 or 4 producers on here.
Yeah.
I think it was really dope.
Honey is a diss song. And I'm listening to it and I'm like, yo, is this a diss song? Now they say it's about Katy Perry. But because it's actually
fuck Katy
old,
Perry, but I forgot what Katy Perry did that I was going to say fuck Katy Perry.
I think it's like 2016.
Oh, Katy Perry did a cover of Niggas in Paris.
When?
It popped up on the internet yesterday, bro. She was like at BBC. It was like a BBC in studio something.
Was it the one where they make you do like a random song or something?
Now, granted that Niggas in Paris, well, no, it actually says got my niggas in Paris and we're going gorilla, which is easy for her not to say. But
shout out to Travie McCoy.
I love Travie McCoy. Where is Travie? Oh, wait, I went and looked and found where Travie was at. Never mind.
I don't want to know what Travie
It was old. This Katy Perry cover of Niggas in Paris was old. It's from 2012. I don't know why it popped back up on the internet today.
The internet remembers.
I want you guys to just really start checking freaking dates on shit, bro. Facebook is having a whole conversation today about an article that somebody wrote in 2017 about how Russell Wilson is not corny. Y'all are just used to dysfunction. Listen.
They never, ever, ever.
Russell Wilson is corny, and it's okay.
It is completely
okay.
It's
fine.
That's his brand.
It's fine.
And he's happy.
And maybe if, in the English language, if in the midst of having 7 different words for one thing, we could have maybe found one more word that meant corny but wasn't the actual word corny.
Right.
But it's cool. I don't know why we're having this conversation today. But anyway, yeah, Katy Perry did that. Your girl. Billie Eilish.
Oh boy. Can we get to these albums before we get to Billie? Because I really want to talk.
We ain't gotta get to Billie. Billie can just get all the way the fuck up out of here.
I don't have a problem with Billie or what she said.
I have a problem with.
Let's get into it.
I don't have a problem with what she said because, like, I know that all the Billie Eilishes of the world are talking about all of the rap adjacent people of the world in that way. I have a problem as a journalist and as a publicist with the fact that people don't shut the fuck up sometimes. Do you know how much shit I type on Facebook and then just delete?
Yeah, I do too. But
like, because some of the shit I'll send to you, like I'll DM you, like, bro.
We're gonna talk about that over here in this space.
Over here, not in Vogue.
Here's the thing,
Billie Eilish, fuck Vogue for using that to sell their little Billie Eilish article.
Billie Eilish is I don't even know if so. What happens is, urban publications dip into articles and they take sound bites, and then they run.
Correction. What happens is, mainstream publications find their urban soundbite and send it out.
Well,
because I don't think that an urban publication purposely went to go look up
Double
this
XL?
Billie Eilish. No. Somebody sent them that. Somebody pointed that out. That's not an urban. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean.
That's not an urban publication.
Yeah. Tell the rest of the world that.
Hey guys.
The source?
The source is.
Is it?
Yeah.
The source is the same. They all tweet the same content.
No. Now what happens is what I will give you is once one person finds that one soundbite, ain't nobody gonna go read the rest of it. What I find very interesting is that yesterday the Billie Eilish soundbite was that she was defending her friendship with Drake, which people think is weird because she's like 19 and Drake is pushing 35.
Okay.
You say, okay, now your daughter gonna be 19 in how many years?
Not enough.
Okay, so let's just say, so right now she's 15?
Yeah.
So she's really cool with a 25-year-old right now. You cool with that?
Here's the thing, right? Everything is about perspective. How much do people actually know about Billie Eilish or her life? And if no, but here's the thing. This is what I'm gonna say, because this is why reading the whole article
is important.
Is very important, because you have to understand who this kid is. She literally never went to school.
No. Listen. I get the nuances.
She grew up in a 2-family home in Highland Park in L.A. with her 2 weirdo acting parents and her brother, who wore cowboy boots for 2 years straight. You know, these are the things. Like, she's.
I get it. But
details matter.
Details matter, and like I said,
but they don't matter to people with these opinions, because nobody cares.
Nobody.
All they care about is their self-serving opinion. And then
because we could also say that, like, you know, like whatever. So like,
but they try to compare it to, obviously, to what's the child's name?
Millie Bobby Brown.
No, the other
Aaliyah.
One. No,
there's so many. There's so many.
Mike Will's chick, Miley Cyrus.
Miley,
right? And her comments, right? But they're not the same person. Billie Eilish grew up in an era where hip hop was already commercial. That's another thing that we have to realize. We grew up in an era where hip hop was a culture. These kids now are growing up in the post Milk Box MTV version of Big Pimpin' world. It's different. And we don't want to see their perspective. They don't know anything other. The things that we know, they've never seen.
Here's what I don't want. I have 3 issues with this whole Billie Eilish thing. Number one, like I said, I find it very suspicious that yesterday we were talking about her defending her friendship with Drake, and today we're talking about her saying how much she hates rap. Her publicist did that. I just want y'all to know.
But here's the thing, right?
No. Not the fact that we were talking about her. I get why we're talking about her. And on the strength of you.
I mean, we can go to Google Trends right now.
On the strength of you, somebody was like, well, she's not talented. And I said, that's not true. Like, you can say whatever y'all want to say about this little girl. You cannot say she's not talented. Y'all can't say that.
Right.
I won't even say, oh, she's stealing all of her aesthetic from the urban culture, because like you, I understand and I agree with you that there are very much people who are not black who are part of this culture. Right. Period, point blank. I don't give a fuck how y'all want to spin it. Like, that is a reality, and y'all just need to figure out a way to deal with that. Okay?
Yeah, because you want their money.
However, I will say to you that I feel like it is very, very much contrived that this Vogue article dropped. She was once again defending her friendship with Drake. And then miraculously, somebody finds her talking shit about rappers. And now it's all over the internet. But here's the thing, so y'all need to stop being pawns.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Is that
reporters, every time.
No, it's her publicist.
No, every time somebody is interviewed, people always grab a soundbite, but nobody ever talks about the fact that question was asked. Reporters know what they want to ask. Of course. They know exactly what is going to be juicy. They know how to lead because
they know how to lead. They know how to leave things out.
Right.
As a journalist, I can tell you people have said shit to me and then their publicist has come back and been like, hey, and I've been like, you ain't even got to worry about that because I wouldn't even do him like that.
Right.
It's fine.
But, at the end of the day, my whole thing is everybody's all up in arms and Black Panther and gung-ho about shit. And then they just, we're not even going to be talking about it tomorrow.
But y'all were saying the same thing she was saying yesterday.
Exactly. And that's the other thing, like.
But she's 18. Shut up. I don't want to hear your opinion, kid.
Right. 18-year-old white girl.
18-year-old.
Shut up.
Shoe.
Green hair.
Shoe fly.
Big
just like
clothes.
somebody, the other conversation that we had that was had not by me, but that was had on the internet was all of these people that are championing this Brooklyn drill movement that hated Trinidad James.
So
talk amongst yourselves.
This whole so I just read an article about Axel Beats, who's from London, right? So drill goes from Chicago to London and then to Brooklyn.
But it's one beat in Brooklyn. It feels like it's just the one beat. I feel like I keep hearing the same one beat.
What it is a bunch of rappers from Brooklyn are getting beats from the
one
UK.
Guy?
No, a couple producers in the UK. But it's still London drill. It's still UK drill. I don't know how it became. I feel like, and I read this, and it was. I'm like, this is some hipster, Williamsburg ass article.
Y'all should see my face.
Y'all want to make this Brooklyn drill, but the sound is still UK.
Is it different from? So it went from Chicago to UK.
It went from Chicago to the UK.
So is it not still Chicago then?
And then, the UK added their
shouts to Detroit, because I don't know how Detroit keeps getting left out of this conversation, because them niggas make the exact same song off the same beat as well.
They do, but drill is producers like Young Chop and those guys who really started that style. You know what I'm saying? So they were the originators of it. Young artists in places like Detroit gravitated towards that sound versus the
a beat with actual structure that you have to follow.
So, but
because what I get in my old lady ears when I listen to this drill shit is like the beat is there and it's just there for ambiance because you're gonna rap on whatever rhythm or cadence you choose to anyway.
I mean, like grime.
Is that what's happening? Is that what works for you guys?
That's what
we doing.
But now it's just like we want to coin things. I got a whole problem.
I'm fine with coining things, and let me tell you why I'm fine with coining things. Had we been coining things all along, we might have understood a lot sooner that all of these things can exist in the same space, right? Because we can now say, okay, that's Brooklyn drill. So we're not going to hold this in the same light as like JID, because what JID does is whatever the fuck y'all have decided to call that. This is trap music. So we're not going to hold trap music in the same light as Brooklyn drill because it's not the same. Like, I'm fine with subcategories. We've been needing subcategories. That's what happens in every other genre, and people are fine. And then the old people can come back and do what they want to do, and Royce the 5'9" can drop an album, and Pop Smoke can drop an album, and Ty will only listen to one of those two, and somebody will listen to both, but more than likely, the person that listens to Pop Smoke could care less about Royce.
Unless it's this month, because I'm going to say, you didn't listen to Pop Smoke. You need 27 albums, right?
Fuck! I hate you! No. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Anyway, back to last week. Luke James dropped the project. I think I'm going to Luke James' show here in Atlanta tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's short and sweet.
This is what we need.
Dude.
Lil Wayne.
Luke James, his following is crazy. I mean, we just mentioned it on Twitter, and I just had a bunch of vivacious ladies in the
vivacious ladies
in the mentions. Like, yeah, Luke James.
Yo, Luke as a person is a vibe. I just want y'all to know. But you know why that following is what it is? It's that star show. In addition to his talent as a musician, there's also the fact that they put him on that show And the following for all of the actors that were on that show or are on that show, because I don't know, it got canceled, right?
I don't know.
I feel like it got canceled, but I feel like all of the people, because one of the girls who's on the show, her name sounds like a fake name. I promise you guys, I thought her name was her character's name. It's like Ryan Starr or something like that.
Oh, God.
I felt like her name was the character name, but it's actually the actress's name. Like, if you pull them up on Twitter, on Instagram, they have millions of followers. They have like 6 or 7 fan pages. Like, that star, like, that following is really something else.
Well, I think it's over, unless he left, because he's going to The Chi now. So he's going to be on the upcoming season of The Chi. But, the album's called To Feel Love /The, To Feel Love /Loved. And it's short and sweet. He's got Big Crit. He's got BJ the Chicago Kid, Ro James,
and
3
seasons. Sorry.
Samet. And majority of the project is produced by Danger. And yeah, it's a pretty good joint. We got Kirk Franklin in the
credits. That must be a sample.
Yeah, from the Crit joint.
Yeah, that's a sample because he's not actually on there.
See Kirk Franklin?
No. It's got to be a sample because I was just listening to that joint.
Was it Stomp? No.
You asked the wrong person. You are asking the wrong person.
Grammy Award winning Kirk Franklin.
I like saying that. Like, I quoted Grammy Award winner Coffee today or yesterday.
Yo, her Tiny Desk performance was pretty fire. I'm really impressed with what NPR's done with the Tiny Desk.
Yeah, they're killing Tiny Desk right now.
They are.
They opened it up. I think that was really smart to kind of open it up to more people. So yeah, I think that's all the major ones from last week that we really want to talk about. K. Michelle dropped an album.
We didn't talk about Russ.
We talked about Russ last week, though.
No, but I want Russ to do something else. His album came out, but he also said some wild stuff.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Because I don't actually pay attention to him.
Russ accused Post Malone of appropriating black culture.
Man. Bye.
Russ from Roswell.
Well, Russ from, hold on a second. Hold on. Because it's black people in Roswell also. Talking about some Russ from Roswell. You ain't right.
It ain't that many.
It is now. Listen, the reason why I know Russ is from Roswell is because of a black girl that went to high school with him. That's how I found out he was from Roswell.
I mean, it's Atlanta, so it's black people everywhere. It's black people on Florida,
shit,
too.
Never mind. I was going to go to his descent, but he is of Sicilian descent, so yeah. Russ.
So I haven't listened to the music. I have not listened to the music.
You weren't planning on it.
What I will say is my cousin played me Russ's stuff a couple years ago, his older stuff. I heard like one song and then all of it sounded the same to me.
Yes.
And then after that, I heard something with him produced by somebody else and it sounded cool.
And you figured out that him producing his own music was the problem.
Yes.
Gosh, he's put out a lot of shit.
He has. And he's got quite the audience and he's got quite the machine of why y'all hating on Russ.
Right, but it's like,
But because Russ keeps saying dumb shit. Here's the thing, dog. If Post Malone is appropriating black culture, what are you doing? Do you know Post Malone? Do you know his history? Do you know where he grew up? Do you know his friends? Do you know anything about him? It's amazing to see. Are you trying to get some kind of acceptance, some brownie points? You throwing Post Malone under the bus?
Points.
Like what is,
did you do that on purpose too? You're punny today.
What is it? What is it about? So, the conversation should be about Russ's music,
and it's never about that. There's been a few artists that are like that. Like I feel like that about K. Michelle. And about Tamar Braxton. I feel like Tamar Braxton and K. Michelle, if you fuck around and hear one of their songs, you'll be like, oh my God, this is an amazing song. But nobody's ever talking about their music because we're always talking about whatever the fuck else they've got going on. With that being said, K. Michelle dropped an album. I bet you guys didn't even know. That's so wrong. Y'all, we just gonna scrap today's show.
Russ has a song with Rick Ross.
Yes. A lot of good features on there. Listen.
Boy Wonder produced.
That song with Bia is a whole vibe, and I love it so much.
Yeah.
That best on earth.
Got a joint. I don't know.
Maybe Best on earth is my joint.
Maybe I'll listen to Russ.
Hey man, I feel like you redemption. I feel like you can like the music and still not like the person that makes it.
You know, it's. I just feel like Russ be trying too hard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
It's like, fam, just
relax.
But I also understand if the world is truly against him, he feel like he got to push back.
You don't have to.
I try to be, even kill. I'm just gonna say, I see Devin the Dude on here. That might make me want to listen.
Right? No, the features were definitely enough for me to be like, wait, what?
But whoever's in charge of his career now,
it's him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you're saying like now it seems to be. Well,
right.
he's
talking about
I don't know.
He's got a label now and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, this is his third album on the label.
Well, yeah, his third album with people. I just didn't listen to the first two. That's all I'm saying. But I knew that there were joints. I knew the sound was different than the older stuff that I heard. So apparently it's working for him, and that's dope. And there's some good stuff on here. And some of the homies are on here. Like I said, Illmind, Boy Wonder, shout to them. Devin the Dude, who's one of my idols, is on here. So I'm gonna check it out.
Yo,
Keanu Lede is on here.
I'm pulling up Genius so we can look at the list of albums that are coming out this month. And I'm looking at their charts, like what's trending on Genius. It's the Joyner Lucas song at number 4. And I just think that's really funny. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm so sorry. And then there's another one by some guy named Oxymiron, but like the title is actually in Russian. So this whole thing might be a bot.
I mean, maybe he's just big in Russia. There's a lot of people in Russia.
Man.
Saying.
But, to be clear, it's like the song before it is The Box, and it has 1.6 million views, and then this Joyner Lucas joint has 99.5 thousand. So I guess, no, that's close. That's close, right?
It's close, I guess.
100,000.
So what are we looking forward to this week?
I have this list. Let's see. Wiley.
Is he still mad? That's what I'm looking forward to. Or is it going to be Boasty Wiley? Boasty's one of my favorite songs.
I can't tell where Wiley is on Boasty. Is he just on the hook? Yeah. That's it? Okay, cool.
Yep.
It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, I think there might be an original version.
Is there? I think I tried to find it.
Maybe.
I really want to hear a story where they're like, no.
The first song on the album is Boasting.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna get
with all the people.
He's gonna get his accolades. Yeah, Wiley, Stefan Don, Sean Paul,
twice.
Idris Elba. Yeah.
And Wiley just on the hook. I was so confused.
But the video was so dope with the
little
kid.
I love the video with the little kid. I want the little kid to rap. I don't want the little kid to rap. I want the little kid to get all the acting points.
But the rest of it is it's a very well. He's got Tory Lanez. He's got Cranium.
Yeah, it's another album for Black immigrants. I'm excited.
So yeah,
I love those.
I'm a fan. Like
Wiley is
he's a pioneer. He's an innovator. Sometimes you gotta let the youngins know where you stand.
It's time for Ciz's UK Corner. Tell us why
you gotta send for him.
Tell us why he's such an innovator compared to the rest.
I mean, he was really one of the innovators of that whole grime movement. So, he's pretty much the godfather of that situation. And, now the sound has evolved a little bit. There's other influences coming in. But he was one of the dudes that, really kind of gave MCs a thing. And shout to him for that. And he's pretty dope. Him, Kano, if you watch Idris Elba's episode of Hot Ones, he kind of breaks down some of his favorites before he choked to death.
What's his name when he was doing his album promo was bigging up a lot of the guys too. Clearly he didn't big up Wiley, but you know who I'm talking about.
Are we talking about the guy he was beefing with?
Yes.
Well, Stormzy has a whole song on his album called Wiley Flow.
No, but I'm just saying that Stormzy did an interview on, I think, Rap Radar.
Yeah, after
he was
that.
shouting out a bunch of people. Yeah. That's all I was saying.
I mean, but before that, Stormzy was a big Wiley fan. And he said... So
it's basically the LL Cool J cannabis thing.
Yeah, the UK version. Interesting.
Huh. And now, back to the side of the pond. Boldy James is dropping a project with Alchemist. I'm excited because of Alchemist. I feel like in my soul, like I really care about Boldy James, but I can't figure out why.
I love this name.
You like his name?
No, I'm talking about the name of the album, The Price of Tea in China.
I like that too.
I just said that.
It's creative.
The other day, like, man, something, The Price of Tea in China. I was like,
I say that a lot. It's one of my favorite phrases. I'm always excited about whatever Alchemist does.
Yes, Al is he's a great Twitterer. He's also a dope person.
I think rather than reviewing this Boldy James album, I think I want to interview Alchemist.
Do it.
I think that's what we're going to do.
Don't call him Mudfoot.
Why would I?
That's his old rap name.
Who knew that?
He was in the Hooligans with Scott Conn.
Who knew that?
Well,
I did. I remember looking this up. I did look this up.
Man.
Because Scott Conn. Whew. Anyway.
We got Brent Faiyaz from DC.
Yes.
He's got a project coming out.
Yes.
And, he's got a nice little indie following.
We're about to go check out TRU's compilation called No Face, No Case.
No Face, No Case. Shout to 2 Chainz.
And them.
And the whole squad over there. Street execs.
World. Schoolie. Sleepy Rose. Who I want to be a girl, but is not a girl.
No Cap.
The rapper's name is No Cap?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Hot Locked In.
That sounds fun.
Hot Locked In.
Don't do this.
In the world.
Richard Marx is dropping an album tomorrow, and so are the Stone Temple Pilots.
Hold on.
I don't know what year this is. And Green Day. I don't know what year this is.
And I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
I am here for it. I listen, I already started.
You know what that means? That means niggas is about to go on tour, and they just want to give y'all a little bit of fresh music to do it. And I'm not mad at it.
A couple more ditties for the fans.
As
long as they do American Idiot, I'm cool.
The Birds of Prey soundtrack is coming out.
It is. And let me tell you something. So we did Diamonds, right? On the site. We did like a little
we didn't like Diamonds
joint.
I don't know why we put it in approve, because we didn't approve.
We didn't. I'm sorry, Megan. I'm sorry, Normani.
We approve of Meg and Normani, not of the actual song.
I listened to because they dropped 4 singles.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to the other 3, and they are flames. Oh my god!
Who are the other 3?
So
Doja
Cat, and then you have I can't think of the child's name because she's got the least amount of views, and then you got one with Saweetie and this other girl. I've never heard of some of these.
Galshera. So look,
but
it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 songs. Sorry, you guys. I picked up the one listing of the track list that didn't have the numbers next to it. 15 tracks, all female. Of those, I recognize Doja Cat, Meg Thee Stallion and Normani, Saweetie, Halsey. I feel like I want to recognize Sophie Tucker, but I don't think I actually do, and Summer Walker. So I recognize the name on 5 songs.
So here's the thing, and I'm looking. This is Black Canary, but I think that's actually Journey, because she plays Black Canary in the movie.
Who is Journey?
Journey Smollett. Right, because she plays.
So
Black
are
Canary
some of these songs like listed as the characters as opposed to being listed as?
I think at least that one is. Everyone else is an artist, but
when does this movie come out?
It comes out Friday.
Oh well, shit. I guess we're going to.
My daughter's like, yo, she's ready. But so the joint with Saweetie and Galaxera, we're gonna do a check on that pronunciation. And the Charlotte Lawrence joint, she's got a voice.
Listen, niggas still ain't pronouncing David O's name properly, so I don't care.
There you go.
Galaxera.
So the other joints I heard were all fire. So I'm expecting Diamonds to be the worst one. And I'm sorry.
Which is horrible.
The crazy thing is, if you watch Suicide Squad, they did a cover of You Don't Know Me. And Charlotte Lawrence's Jokes on You is in that same vein, and it's fire, like super fire. So that's going to be making it into my playlist, because I like white girls who can sing. Yeah. So, but this joint is I expect it to be dope. And I didn't think it was going to be dope from Diamonds. Yeah.
Y'all got to stop trying so hard, B. It's the moral of the story today. So look, right, for those of us who don't know these things, do you have to watch Suicide Squad before you go see Birds of Prey? Or can you watch Birds of Prey without having seen Suicide Squad?
Yeah, you can.
What was the movie before Suicide Squad? I feel like I did watch Suicide Squad.
All you have to know is Harley Quinn and who she is and her story. She's been in cartoons and all kind of things, so you don't necessarily have to.
She was on our Christmas tree. Me and my niece go back and forth as to whether or not she's Harley Quinn and I'm Catwoman or vice versa.
Ah, see?
Because we're both, just misunderstood bad bitches. Me and my 9-year-old niece.
But I'm pretty sure this week on all those channels, because what they do is when a movie comes out, all the channels, FX and TBS, and they always show the movie so they can get them views up.
Right. So. But no, so that's what I'm saying. So there was something else before Suicide Squad.
There was something else, but it wasn't a part of that continuity.
I thought this was the third one.
Margot, no, they're making another Suicide Squad.
Oh.
So they're redoing it because you have
maybe is it the most recent Joker that I'm thinking was part of this in some way?
It's not.
It's not. Okay, I don't.
What?
You guys? I don't.
Did you see Joaquin Phoenix's BAFTA speech?
I saw half of it. No. I saw the whole thing.
Kudos.
Y'all like him now. He gonna disappoint y'all in 3.2 seconds.
I think he's always been that kind of guy, though. He's always been like awkward.
I think it's really, really interesting that Joaquin Phoenix was River Phoenix's little brother in our heads for so long, and then now he's just not.
Yeah.
Like when I was watching that speech, I was like, yo, niggas don't even think about or speak about River anymore.
River was a legend.
Y'all don't even talk about him no more. All right, so this is what else is coming out this month that I'm excited about. Royce. Very excited about Royce. I'm extra excited about Royce because Royce quietly started producing on us. Y'all didn't realize that Royce 5'9" produced 2 or 3 tracks on Eminem's album. He produced his first single off of this album, which is called I Don't Age. And he's got a few more that he's producing off of the track list is out and it shows what he produced on this project. I'm excited about it. Of course, Denon Porter and the usual suspects are going to be involved. That's coming out on the 21st. I'm sure somebody's excited about why.
There's a bunch of stuff. I want to say
NBA, whatever NBA YoungBoy.
I want to save because it's going to be a packed month, so I want to save some of this stuff.
No, I mean people are going to forget by the time we get to February 28th and this Jadakiss album comes out. People are going to forget that we said Jadakiss album. Maybe that's why he let the hair grow back. It does not seem. It seems like a misguided
I'll listen
decision.
to it, but I know what it's gonna sound like.
A Boogie with the Hoodie got a joint coming out. Bieber's supposed to be dropping on Valentine's Day.
Tame Impala's dropping. That's it. I'm good.
Tame Impala's dropping on Valentine's Day.
Don't drop.
The soundtrack to Photograph is gonna drop on Valentine's Day, and I bet that's gonna be fire. Lucky Day is on there and Her is on there. That's all I need to know. It's gonna be fire. I'm sure because that movie looks amazing. Who else? I'm just scrolling real quick. Kamaya.
BTS is dropping a new album.
Kamaya is dropping on the same day as Royce. And NBA YoungBoy.
But
YoungBoy Never Broke Again. That's always been so confusing to me. That he's NBA YoungBoy, but he's also YoungBoy Never Broke Again.
They could just save their albums because BTS is dropping that day.
Lil Baby's dropping. Man, that's all
Ozzy Osbourne
that are confirmed.
I was kind of sad seeing Ozzy on the stage.
I mean,
looking kind of, not his.
He did a lot of drugs and it caught up.
No, he's just, he's an elderly guy.
He's an old guy.
He's been rocking out for years.
I saw Al Pacino on one of these late night talk shows. Yeah, and I was like, oh my God. Then I looked him up and I was like, oh shit, that nigga's 82. Never mind.
Yeah.
What you do, Al Pacino?
He's Al
Pacino's 82
don't look
years old, bro.
Though. He looks more like 68.
I think we have a misconception of what age is supposed to look like. Do you know that them broads on Golden Girls was only supposed to be like in their 50s and 60s?
Yes. And
I did not know that.
But some of them, you know, the oldest one wasn't even actually the oldest one.
No, the oldest one
was the youngest, makeup.
The youngest one.
Right.
Anyway, you guys, that's what we have to look forward to this month. Hopefully some people drop some surprises on us this month. Because right now it's not really looking like it's some good shit, but it's not like...
Oh, my God.
Like,
I have to listen to that.
What Friday was it? The 14th of January was ridiculous.
Yeah, so...
That was ridiculous. Anyway, so yeah, the site is istandardproducers.com.
It is.
Our social media is at iStandard.
It is.
My personal is at Saint Boogie. The Saint is spelled out. The Boogie is real. I'm always here for your smoke. I welcome it.
And mine is Cizurp. That's with the C, C-I, 2 Z's, U-R-P. 215 on all the social media platforms. So
and he's always here for your smoke too. Just understand that he's gonna make you feel very, very badly about yourself.
I am.
So just make sure that you know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yep.
And that's it. We made it 5 episodes, you guys. Are you following us? Because we are now on all of your favorite platforms.
All of them.
So you should listen and you should share, and we can tell how many of you guys are listening to it. And yeah, don't make us look crazy.
And provide feedback, man. We want to know, what do you guys want to hear?
Yeah.
What do you want more of? What do you want less of? Should Ty keep cackling?
Oh my God, why are you calling it a cackle? I feel so self-conscious about it now. I'm never laughing again, bro.
Listen,
I'm going to be like
requested.
Smile noise.
It was requested.
Smile noise. I'm going to be like, what's her name? That ain't it. You were looking for the unicorn. Find the unicorn. Find it. It's the bottom one. It's that one. Nas with niggas against smoking weed in public places. We out.